Hey everybody, I'm going to show you how to do a memory drawing. We have a file folder here, and here's my images. Here's the paper I'm working on. You can see I've got one that corresponds to each image. You see it's about the same size there. And I have a grid on my image here, and it's also on the paper here. So what I'm going to do is put this, the image in a folder. You can put it in your sketchbook or any other book. I'm going to work on this one here. And so what I'll be doing is I'll be flipping this open and then closing it. Okay. So basically what you're doing is you're looking at your picture, and I see my grid here. Okay. And I'm going to look at, I'm looking at my drawing here. And I can't draw while I'm looking at it. So as I'm looking at this image, I'm going to look really closely at it and say, okay, look how far this is from there. This edge of the cup is about the same distance from here as it is up there almost. The lip is kind of like a long, skinny football or something like that. This distance from here to here is pretty much the same as from down here and here, isn't it? And then, let's see, this cloth is pretty close to the center line there. So I think what I'm going to do is, let's break it down into 4 quarters. First we'll do this quarter, then this quarter here, then this one here, and then this one. So this is probably the easiest one. So I'm just going to look at that really closely. Say, after a Krispy Kreme thing, almost come to the edge. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to close that. And by the way, I have not done this in like 20 years, 30 years, so we'll see how I do. But I remember this is pretty close, like that. I'm going to draw really lightly down there. I forget if the Krispy Kreme is above this or below it. I think it was above it. Okay, I'm going to open it up again and take a look. Okay, I was right, it is above it. Okay, let's try it again. So far so good. I think this is about here. I know this, actually I think that goes out a little further. Krispy Kreme comes about like that. I'm not doing very good. My memory is not as good. Let's see. See, I have it too close. Okay. All right. The fabric was right about here. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. Let's see. I think this curve needs to come down a little bit. This isn't too bad. This here is about, that's halfway between here and here. The fabric, that color changes a little bit to the left of halfway. Let's see, this one also. Oh, look at this. I have this way up here, over here, but it needs to come down. And this comes a bit lower, so Okay, let's see if I can do this now. Let's see, this is halfway, something like that. See, I have this curving down, but it's actually kind of goes straight into it, like that. And as far as angles go, this is like that. It's pretty close. This one is probably a lot different. Yep, I have it angling out more like that. You see? So I'm off on that. Okay, so now I'm going to just concentrate. I'm going to concentrate on this part right here. So I know if this is good here, this needs to go more straight up and down. And I'm pretty confident about that, so I'm going to darken that. There's the inside. That's pretty good. Okay, I want to concentrate on this handle right here. Let's see. So if I draw a line straight across the top of the handle, it's not too far from the top. This is almost halfway between the top of the handle and the top of the cup. You see that? So I'll make that note of that. So let's see. 1, 2, and this, the bottom of the cup line right there is about halfway between here and there, and this is halfway. Okay. Alright, so let's go. First, I noticed this comes in. So I estimated the top of it was about right here, and then this came in. Okay. Oh, I'm looking at it, I can't draw it. I made a mistake. I thought, see, I can't. Okay, I'm seeing the shape of this right here. Okay, and notice this comes all the way in. I thought it did, so that comes in there too. This shape is smaller. This comes in about right there. This is a little less. I think this is a little bit skinnier. Shading helps me to kind of block off a shape. Obviously this is a steak. This is probably a little bit more straight like that. Okay, let's see where we're at here. I'm looking at this cloth here, and it kind of runs, if I imagine it running through, it kind of runs right into the middle of that. And this whole thing here should move over a little bit. And there's a cloth that runs right into the middle of that. I have it too much of an angle like this. It's actually more like that. So that kind of goes like this, and then there's a cloth up here. I don't even think I see it over there. No. So I think we're getting close to being done here. This kind of has a straight. See, I have that bump over here, like over here instead of closer, so that needs to come closer. Look at the angle of this piece right here, come down. I have it kind of going the opposite direction. See? Okay, so that needs to come this way, and this bump is softer. This is a little closer. I'll get my eraser real quick, just clean that up. I don't really care how it looks. I just want to be able to see what I'm doing so I can compare. And always hold your finger like this and shade when you're erasing. Erase between your finger and your thumb, because otherwise the paper will move like this. But if you hold it down, you can erase. So, okay, let's see how we're doing here. We just have this little line to do. So let's concentrate on that. That's kind of a triangle, and it's like one. So it's kind of a triangle. Something like that. You know, memory drawing is probably would be good for as you get older to retain your memory, I would imagine. Okay, you know, this is sufficient. So let's compare one more time, see if anything is way off on it. Obviously I have a little bit more of a loop thing going on here than this over there, but I can fix that pretty easily. I think this comes in a little bit more like that, because see, right now if this runs in, you see it, so I think it's a little bit lower like that. No, that's not true. I think this comes up and something like that. So this part of the mug comes down a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, if you look at this little triangle right here, I have it too wide. So my triangle needs to come like that. And so that means this needs to come up like this, which means this probably comes in a little bit. And this does come here. And you know, there's a little bit of like a ridge, you know, on a coffee cup. But I think we're gonna just, let's see. What do you think? Okay. I think this comes down just a little bit more at an angle, like that. Okay, so we'll call it a day. There's memory exercise 1. First time I've done one in 20 years. I could probably flatten that a little bit. But basically, that's all there is to it. And I hope I'm going to have to start doing this a little bit more. And we'll see how this goes.